Hello students, how are you all? Welcome to Affairs Cloud, Learn to Lead. My name is Vikas Rana. So students, we have an app by the name Careers Cloud which you can go and download through the Play Store for Android phones. Once you have downloaded and logged in with your Gmail ID, you will be transferred to your home page where you can see all the courses that are offered by us. Once you have purchased the course, you can see your courses in the My Course section. But why our courses are so better? Why we think we provide you one of the best content? Because we provide you content on daily basis. In the daily basis, we provide you current affairs with 20 questions quiz as well as the PDF of the current affairs of daily. Then similarly for weekly, on weekly basis we provide you current affairs PDF as well as a 50 questions quiz that will help you to revise all the content that you have learned. Then on monthly basis also we provide you top 100 current affair questions PDF that will be the compiled PDF of the 100 questions of that particular month that will be very helpful for you. And not just this friends, we provide you in English as well as in Hindi too. So both English and Hindi students can enjoy our courses. Apart from this friends, we also provide you banking related question answers, the banking related MCQ questions, the quizzes that will help you prepare for the bank exams. Not just that friends, we provide you a new way of learning, that is your infotainment infographics. That is a different and interesting way of learning. Apart from this, we cover 20 topic wise current affairs. These topics are important such as apps, portals, important days, books and authors days, national affairs, international affairs, sports, defense, all these topics, these are highly important and questions from these particular topics are asked. Also we cover state-wise current affairs also that will help you to prepare for your state exams. Also friends, as I told you, if you use the code Vikas10, you will be given extra 10% discount on the purchase you make. If you have any problem regarding login and your application, then you can contact us on support@of affairscloud.com. This is our email ID and you can contact us on our mobile phone, that is 9677333862. Hello students, how are you all? I hope you are all good. So students, in this video we will be discussing important current affairs of 10th of August. The session will be very important, so do pay attention till the end. Today's quote for the day is, don't complain, just do it. Until you have achieved your goal, until you have achieved what you are aiming for and what you are working hard for, never complain and never stop in the middle. Just do it, focus on your goal and keep working hard till you have achieved it. Also friends, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you think the content is up to the mark and you want us to continue with such sessions, do like the video and comment us and let us know what are your views on such videos. Also this will help us to motivate and to make better content for you all guys. Also friends, you know we have the target of achieving, that is of 15,000 views on our daily videos. For this, all you have to do is just share this video with 2 to 3 WhatsApp groups, be it your friends, be it your colleagues, be it your neighbors, be it anyone, and let them know about Affairs Cloud. That Affairs Cloud is a one-stop solution for all the current affairs. Also let them know about Vikas Rana sir, the way he teaches on Affairs Cloud and all the content that he provides on Affairs Cloud is up to the mark. Also you can check our Careers Cloud application where the course of current affairs is offered, which is also one of the best course in the place for current affairs. So friends, now let's start. The first news for the today is exercise Vajra Prahar. Alright, first of all you have to remember this exercise Vajra Prahar. It was the 13th edition of this exercise that was conducted between India and United States of America. This is Vajra Prahar. Alright, it was the 13th edition. It was conducted between India and United States of America. And remember where this will be exercised. This will be in Baklo, Himachal Pradesh. It will be at Baklo, Himachal Pradesh. Alright, highly important friends. This is to improve the bilateral defense cooperation between India and United States of America. This exercise is Vajra Prahar, a joint special force exercise. And remember, this was in news also recently because it is close to the border of China, and there were some news also that due to this there might be some provoking also because of China is conducting military exercise near Taiwan. So coming back, this Vajra Prahar, this was an exercise that was conducted between India and United States of America Location is important at Himachal Pradesh in India only this was conducted, and this will be the 13th exercise that was conducted. Also remember the 12th edition of this exercise was in October and it was conducted in Washington. The 12th edition was in United States of America. Remember this. All right. Also remember, if we talk about exercise between India and USA, there is another exercise that you need to remember, that is Yudh Abhyas. Yudh Abhyas. This exercise, the 18th edition of this exercise was also recently conducted between India and USA. All right, between these armies of these two, and this was also conducted in Uttarakhand. These both exercise, remember, they are in term, you can say, in to counter the China's presence and to mark that India is a US is a very good friend of India also. So these two exercise and to make cooperation between the forces of these two countries, these exercises are conducted, that is Vajra Prahar and Yudh Abhyas. And what is the location of Yudh Abhyas? It is also in Uttarakhand and it will be conducted in October. Alright, so these two exercises you need to remember. So coming here, Vajra Prahar, the 13th edition of this exercise that was between India and USA, will be held in Baklo, Himachal Pradesh. Next we are talking about central government scheme, that is One Nation One Ration Card. It has recently completed how many years? 3 years. Direct and important question, friend. Question will be asked to you that One Nation One Ration Card scheme, when was it launched? It was launched on 9th of August 2019. I repeat, on 9th of August 2019, this particular scheme, that is One Nation One Ration Card, was launched, and recently in June, it has completed the 3 years. A total of 3 years has been completed. Also remember, it is implemented all over the country, with Assam being the 36th state, that is the latest state to join this initiative of One Nation One Ration Card. All right, highly important. First of all, remember when this was launched in the year 9th of August 2019, this scheme was launched on pilot basis in 4 states. They were Gujarat, Maharashtra, Telangana and Andhra Pradesh. These were the 4 states on which this particular One Nation One Ration Card scheme was launched on a pilot basis. All right, also this scheme enables beneficiaries, particularly the migrant beneficiaries, to access the highly subsidized food grain under the public distribution system from any fair price shop in India. All right, so remember, One Nation One Ration Card scheme has completed how many years? 3 years. And when was this launched? This was launched on 9th of August 2019. Next, here a little bit but still you can understand, friends, it is the 12th edition. Let me write, the 12th edition of Defense Expo was held where? It will be held in Gandhinagar. And where is Gandhinagar? Gandhinagar is in Gujarat. So 12th edition of the India's prestigious biennial defense exhibition on land, naval and homeland security system is set to be held in Gandhinagar, Gujarat. And this will be between 18 to 22nd of October. Highly important, friends. Alright, it was earlier proposed to be held in the month of March in Gandhinagar, but later on it was postponed due to some logistics problem, and now it will be held in the month of October, that is from 18th to 22nd of October, and this is the 12th edition of Defense Exposition that will be held in Gandhinagar. The expo will be held in 3 venue format across Helipad Exhibition Center in Gandhinagar, Gujarat, inaugural event and seminar at the Mahatma Mandir Convention and Exhibition Center, and live demo at the Sabarmati River front. Highly important, friends. This is in line with the vision to achieve self-reliance in defense and achieve an export of $5 billion by 2025 in defense sector. Next we will be talking about an 106 years old astronomy lab in Bihar is not on UNESCO's endangered heritage list. Highly important, friends. Alright, earlier we discussed that it was on the UNESCO's list of endangered heritage, but now it is not on the list of it. Alright, UNESCO, the headquarter of which is in Paris, has announced that the 106 years old astronomy observatory, that is at Langat Singh College in Muzaffarpur district of Bihar, has not been inscribed on the UNESCO's list of endangered heritage. Important friends, the announcement was made following the several media reports stating that the site was included in UNESCO's list of endangered heritage, and even we covered this news that it was mentioned into the UNESCO's list of endangered heritage. But recently UNESCO has made it clear that no, this site, this 100-year-old astronomical lab is of in Bihar, is not a part of the UNESCO's list of endangered heritage. So don't remember it. Next is Nepal. Nepal has approved India's hydropower board to study develop West Seti project. I repeat, on 8th of August, Nepal approved India's hydropower board to study and develop National Hydroelectric Corporation Private Limited's 750 megawatt West Seti hydropower project and 450 megawatt Seti River, a total of 6 joint storage projects with a combined capacity of 1200 megawatt in the western Nepal. The Nepal Investment Board (NIB), the government body which approves the foreign investments, has signed a memorandum of understanding with NHPC, that is your National Hydroelectrics Corporation Private Limited. Alright, this is the organization. I repeat, NIB and NHPC has signed an MOU for conducting the study of joint development projects. Highly important, friends. The estimated money that they will be spending here will be around $24 million. Alright. Then, apart from this, remember, the meeting also decided to organize the Sustainable Infrastructure Investment Forum 2022 that will be held in September month of 2022 in Kathmandu for promoting investment in the sustainable infrastructure in development of Nepal. Alright friends, so you have to remember that here Nepal approved the India's hydropower board to study West Seti project, and they will be developing a combined project with capacity of 1200 megawatt. They have signed, that is your Nepal Investment Board has signed an MOU with NHPC for conducting study of the joint development projects. Alright, and the estimated cost of these projects will be around $24 million. Moving on. Next, IDFC First Bank and Let's Venture has partnered to support startup. As we know, startup has become one of the trend thing now. Alright, all the companies, all the institutes, all the big organization, all the investment fund, what they want is they want to work with startups, and they want that more and more startups should come up. So similarly, remember Technology Hub 2.0. This was launched in Telangana, Hyderabad, similarly to Boost ecosystem. And yesterday we discussed that Indian Bank has partnered with SRM University of Andhra Pradesh, and the Indian Bank will be providing 50 crore rupees to SRM University Andhra Pradesh to provide funding for the startups there. Alright, similarly now we are seeing that IDFC First Bank has partnered with Let's Venture to support the startup ecosystem. They will be supporting the startup ecosystem by offering curated products and solutions to the startups, founders and investors. Remember, both the parties, that is your IDFC First Bank and Let's Venture, signed an MOU to work on the areas of mutual interest at the Let's Venture flagship event, that is Let's Ignite. Alright, and where this Let's Ignite will be held, this Let's Ignite, that is a Let's Ventures flagship event, it will be held for startups and founders in Bangalore, Karnataka. Similarly, if you remember Semicon India, this is very important, friends. I want you all to remember Semicon India. It was organized by which state or city? It was in Bangalore, Karnataka. It was inaugurated by Prime Minister Narendra Modi, and the aim of it was to promote or to make India a manufacturing hub for semiconductors. Alright. Then friends, if we talk about Let's Venture Private Limited, who is the CEO and co-founder? Shanti Mohan. And when was this established? It was established in the year 2013. Next, RBI has prescribed the norms for small finance banks looking to deal in Forex. What is Forex? That is your foreign exchange. So remember, RBI has set the norms for small finance banks to become authorized dealer of category 1 in the Forex businesses. As per the RBI norms, small finance banks who have completed 2 years of operations in authorized dealer category 2 and have a minimum net worth of 500 crore rupees can deal in foreign exchanges. Highly important, friends. All right, I repeat, all those small finance bank that has completed 2 years and 2 years in the operation of authorized dealer category 2 and they have a net worth of minimum 500 crore rupees can now deal in foreign exchange. All right, to which we call foreign forex. It deals with currencies of different countries. All right. Also remember, apart from this, the bank should have completed at least 2 years in operation in authorized dealer category, and we just saw this. The bank should have been included in the second schedule of the RBI Act of 1934. It should have a minimum net worth of 500 crore rupees. Its capital to risk weighted asset ratio should not be less than 15%. All right, it should have made profit in the preceding 2 years and it should have sound internal control system. It should not have any major regulatory and supervisory controls also, concerns also. All right, highly important. And here we just saw that he can be an authorized dealer. What does it mean, authorized dealer? Authorized dealer is any person specifically authorized by Reserve Bank of India under section 10 part 1 of FEMA Act of 1999 to deal in the foreign exchange or foreign securities, and normally includes banks. All right, friends, moving on. Next, we will be discussing about India. India saw, and this is very important, friends. Want you all to take a note of this because this shows the huge strength of India in the world. India saw a 9.36 billion transactions that was worth of rupees 10 trillion or 10.25 trillion in quarter 1 of 2022 alone. All right, this UPI, that is your Unified Payment Interface, leads the world as per the Worldline report. According to the Worldline India Digital Payments Report for the quarter 1 of 2022 alone, India saw a 9.36 billion transactions amounting to 10.25 trillion in the first quarter, that is just from January to March period, via various payment modes led by UPI. What are these payment modules? If we talk about, that is person to merchant, we use that barcode, we use that QR code. Just to scan that QR code, we will be able to send money from your account to the sellers or the account to you want to send. So remember, UPI P2M, UPI person to merchant transaction emerged as the most preferred payment modes among the consumers, with the market share of 64% in volume and 50% in terms of value. In the first quarter, UPI increased over 14.55 billion transactions in volume and recorded around 26.19 trillion in terms of value. Highly important, friends. Also, the UPI apps that many people are using here is PhonePe, Google Pay, Paytm Merchants Bank app, Amazon Pay, Axis Bank app. Also, PhonePe, Google Pay, and Paytm accounted for around 94.8% of the UPI transaction volume and 93% of the UPI transaction value as of March 2022. So that is a huge number, and I want you all to take a note of it. Moving on. Next we are talking about credit card. All right. Pension Fund Regulatory and Development Authority had decided to discontinue the facility to pay for subscriptions contributions in the Tier 2 account of the National Payment System, National Pension System, using credit card as a mode of payment on 3rd of August 2022. I repeat, PFRDA has discontinued credit card payment facility in Tier 2 NPS account. Highly important, friends, remember. As a result, all the point of presence have been directed to discontinue accepting credit cards as a means of payments for the NPS Tier 2 account within the immediate effect. NPS was the only saving account that permitted account holders to invest using credit cards via the eNPS. While the NPS Tier 1 account can still be paid for using credit card, and the NPS Tier 2 account does not accept credit card payments. All right. Also, a NPS Tier 2 account functions as a voluntary saving account, and only the NPS Tier 1 account holders are eligible to open a NPS Tier 2 account also. If we talk about Pensions Fund Regulatory and Development Authority of India, who is the chairman? Supratim Bandyopadhyay is the chairman. When was this established? In the year 2003. Next we are talking about Axis Bank. Axis Bank has launched one-stop cash management proposition to automate receivables. I repeat, recently Axis Bank, that is India's third largest private sector bank, has become the India's first in India, or it has become first in India to introduce the Axis Receivable Suite, that is an innovative cash management proposition. Alright, under this Axis Receivable Suite, remember, ERS streamlines receivable reconciliation, increases cash flow, it enhances the client experience, and it also lowers down the cost of doing business. It will serve as an end-to-end solution together with a mobile app to automate the reconciliation of receivables against sales invoice raised by clients. Alright, highly important, friends. If we talk about who is the MMD, that is your Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of Axis Bank, Amitabh Chaudhary. When was this established? In 1993. Where is the headquarter? It is in Mumbai, Maharashtra. So coming back, friends, remember Axis Bank has launched a one-stop cash management proposition to automate the receivables. Next news is related to die investment. That is, one is investment and opposite of investment is disinvestment. That means you take your share back. So the Reserve Bank of India has allowed non-financial institutions and non-regulated entities to own more than 40% stake of IDBI Bank Limited. Important. I repeat, RBI allowed non-financial institutions and non-regulated entities to own more than 40% of the stake of IDBI Bank Limited. Highly important. Alright, the Union Government and Life Insurance Corporation wanted to sell 51% to 74% of their stake in IDBI through the strategic divestment process. Highly important. What is divestment? And I say again, it is the process of selling their assets, investments, or divisions of a company in order to maximize the value of the parent company. And if we talk about IDBI Bank, who is the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of IDBI, he is Rakesh Sharma. And when was this established? It was established in the year 2004. Next we are talking about Professor Ramdhar Singh. Very important information, friends, and do take a note of this. Ramdhar Singh, he is a professor and he became the first Indian psychologist on US Heritage Wall of Fame. Very important. I repeat again, Ramdhar Singh, Professor Ramdhar Singh, he was the professor of Amrit Modi School of Management, that is in Ahmedabad University. He became the first Indian psychologist to be inducted to the Heritage Hall of Fame of the Psychology of the Society for Personality and Social Philosophy in the United States. I repeat, Professor Ramdhar Singh, he is a professor at the Amrit Modi School of Management, that is at Ahmedabad University, and he became the first Indian social psychologist to be inducted to the Heritage Wall of Fame of the Society of Personality and Social Psychology in the United States of America. Alright, highly important, friends, do remember this. Also remember, he was also awarded with the Distinguished Alumni Award in Psychological Sciences by the College of Health and Human Sciences at the Purdue University. If we talk about Ramdhar Singh, he has been part of many breakthrough researches in the field of psychology and management. Also, friends, there are some other awards that you need to remember. For example, IIT Kanpur was awarded with Prabha and Ramdhar Singh Distinguished Lecture in Psychology 2022. Indian Institute of Management Indore was awarded with Lifetime Achievement Award for Excellence in Research in 2021, and National University of Singapore was awarded with Inspiring Mentor Award for the year 2009 also. Alright, highly important, friends. Next, we will be looking about some important appointments and resignations. Say for example, Nitish Kumar, as you can see him in the picture, has resigned as the Bihar's Chief Minister of NDA government. What is NDA? That is your National Democratic Alliance. Alright, Nitish Kumar has recently resigned as the Chief Minister of the NDA in Bihar to Governor Fagu Chauhan. And who is the Governor of Bihar? Fagu Chauhan. So just remember the news directly, it is important. Also remember Article 164. Under the Article 164 of the Constitution, the Chief Minister shall be appointed by the Governor, and other ministers shall be appointed by the Governor on the advice of the Chief Minister. And the Chief Minister shall hold the office during the pleasure of the Governor. All right. Also remember, we yesterday 2 to 3 days back we did a article, that was Article 153, that stated that any individual can hold the office of the governor of two states. For example, La Ganeshan, who is the governor of Manipur, also was given the additional charge of the governor of West Bengal, as the governor of West Bengal is now the 14th Vice President of India, and he is Jagdeep Dhankar ji. Next, James Marape is elected as the Prime Minister of Papua New Guinea. I repeat, of Papua New Guinea, who has been appointed as the new Prime Minister, as you can see him in the picture. He is James Marape. Highly important, friends. These appointments are important and you should definitely know. Then next we are talking about OneWeb. OneWeb and Utilisat. OneWeb and Utilisat has signed an MOU to combine its fleet of satellites in the all-share deal. Remember, British satellite firm OneWeb, that is backed by Bharti Group, and France-based Utilisat Communication SA have signed a memorandum of understanding for the merger entailing an all-share transaction. Post-closing of this deal, Bharti Group will become the single largest shareholder of Utilisat. The transaction value of OneWeb was at $3.4 billion, that was roughly around 27,000 crore rupees. If we talk about this MOU, the Utilisat, that is a French geostationary satellite operator, will combine its fleet of 36 geostationary orbit satellites with OneWeb's 648 LEO Earth orbit, that is your low Earth orbit satellites, to create a leading player in the global satellite connectivity. Currently, 428 of the OneWeb's LEO satellites are already in space. So, which two organizations came together? It is your OneWeb and Utilisat. Next we are talking about Russia. Russia has recently launched the Iranian satellite. Question can be asked that Iranian satellite was launched by which country? It was launched by Russia, and Russia used Soyuz 2.1B rocket. I repeat, Russia launched Soyuz 2.1B rocket that carried Iranian high resolution remote sensing Khayyam satellite from Russia. And who was Khayyam? Remember, Baikonur Kosmodrome in Kazakhstan. This controlled the launch of this satellite. And remember, we were talking about Khayyam. Remember, Omar Khayyam is a Persian scientist who lived in the 11th and 12th centuries, on the name of which, to honor him, this Iranian satellite was named as Khayyam satellite. It was launched by Russia. The rocket that was used here was Soyuz 2.1B rocket. Alright, highly important, friends. So remember, what was the name of the rocket that carried the Khayyam satellite into space? It was Soyuz 2.1B rocket. What is the name of the satellite of Iran that was launched by Russia recently? It is, what is the name? Khayyam satellite, and it was named after Omar Khayyam, who was a Persian scientist who lived in the 11th and 12th century. Next, we will be talking about Pulitzer Prize winner author David McCullough. I repeat, David McCullough has recently passed away. He was a Pulitzer Prize winner. Pulitzer Prize is given in the field of literature. Alright, he was born in the year 1933 in Petersburg, Pennsylvania, United States of America. He was an American author, narrator, popular historian, and lecturer. Also remember, he was awarded with this Pulitzer Prize for his novel that was Truman, a biography of the 33rd President of the USA, and again in 2002 for John Adams, a biography of the second US President. Highly important, friends. Alright. Here are some of the books of David McCullough, who recently passed away. The books are The Path Between the Seas, The Creation of the Panama Canal, Mornings on Horseback, Truman, John Adams, The Great Journey, The Wright Brothers. Alright, apart from this, if we talk about books, remember recently a book that was Rusty Skies and Golden Winds was authored by whom? It was authored by 11-year-old Sanidhya Sharma. I repeat, Rusty Skies and Golden Winds. This was authored by 11-year-old Sanidhya Sharma. Next book is Field Guide Birds of India. I repeat, Field Guide Birds of India. This book was recently published by Zoological Survey of India, and it is on the 1331 bird species that are found in India. So important friend, question will be asked to you in such a way that what is the name of the book that was published by Zoological Survey of India? It is Field Guide Birds of India, and it is dealing with the 1331 aviation species or the bird species that are found in India. Next we are talking about International Day of the World's Indigenous People. This day is also known as the World Tribal Day, and it is observed on 9th of August. World Tribal Day. What is the theme here? The role of indigenous women in the preservation and transmission of the traditional knowledge. Important. And next day is also very important, friends, that is Nagasaki Day. On 6th of August we observed Hiroshima Day, and now on 9th of August we are observing the Nagasaki Day. What is the name of the bomb that was dropped on Nagasaki? Name of the bomb that was dropped on Nagasaki. It was Fat Man. And if we are talking about Little Boy, it was dropped on Hiroshima. So 6th of August is known as the Hiroshima Day, and 9th of August is known as Nagasaki Day. And remember, they have completed 77 years. Alright, because in 1945 these bombs were dropped. Moving on. Friends, that was all for the day. All the news has been covered. Now quickly we will revise all the current affairs in one go. 13th edition of India-US joint exercise, that is Vajra Prahar, was held in Baklo, Himachal Pradesh. Central government's One Nation One Ration card has completed 3 years. 12th edition of Defence Expo will be held in Gandhinagar, Gujarat. 106 years old astronomy lab that is in Bihar is not a part of UNESCO's endangered heritage list, as it was mentioned earlier. Nepal has approved India's hydropower board study and developed the West SETI project. Next is IDFC First Bank and Let's Venture partner to support startups. RBI has prescribed norms for small finance bank to deal in forex. India saw a rise, that is India saw a huge transaction, that is 9.36 billion transactions worth 10.25 trillion rupees in Q1 of 2022. PFRDA has discontinued the credit card payment facility in the Tier 2 NPS accounts. Axis Bank became the first bank in India to introduce ARS, that is a one-stop cash management solution. Dye investment, RBI has allowed IDBI bank bidders to own more than 40% stake. Next, Ahmedabad University Professor Ramdhar Singh became the first Indian psychologist on the US Heritage Wall of Fame. Nitish Kumar has resigned as the Chief Minister of Bihar. Of NDC, of their National Democratic Alliance of NDA. Then Papua Guinea new Prime Minister is James Marape. Then OneWeb and Utilizat signed an MOU to combine its fleet of satellites in an all-share deal. Russia has successfully launched the Iranian satellite into orbit using the Soyuz 2.1B rocket. Next, Pulitzer-winning author and historian David McCullough has recently passed away. Jitendra Singh has launched a poetry book titled Rusty Skies and Golden Winds. This book was authored by 11-year-old Sanindya Sharma. Zoological Survey of India published a new book, that is Field Guide Birds of India, and it was talking about 1331 bird species that are found in India. International Day of the World's Indigenous People is observed on 9th of August, and Nagasaki Day is also observed on 9th of August, and it was the 77th anniversary of the Nagasaki Day. So friends, that's all for the day. Now it's time for your homework. First question is, who chaired the governing council meeting of the Niti Aayog? Next, which state appointed Deloitte India as the consultant? And what was the reason to make dash state as $1 trillion economy? Next is Donnie Polo Airport, which was seen in news, is located in which state? Third, what is the name of the common portal for recommendations and nominations of all official awards? Fifth, who has been selected as the 14th Vice President of India? So these are the 5 important questions that are your homework, friends, and I want all of you to comment below the answer of each and every question. Alright friends, and if you think the content is up to the mark and if you want us to continue with such sessions in the future, do comment below and let us know what are your views. Also friends, you know, to achieve the target of 15,000 views, all you have to do is share this link of this video with your friends, relatives, cousins, and let them know that Affairs Cloud is a one-stop solution for current affairs. So So that's all for the day, friends. Thank you and have a nice day. That's all for the day, friends. I hope you enjoyed the session, and you can follow us on the YouTube channel, as well as apart from YouTube channel, you can go and follow us at Affairs Cloud Telegram channel. And if you have any queries related to the content or the of courses offered to you or the payment which you did on the application, you can contact us on the number provided, that is 7677333862. Apart from this, friends, you can follow us on the Facebook as well as on Instagram handle, that is affairscloud_official. In the end, friends, if you use a code that is Vikas10, you will be getting an additional extra 10% discount by using this code Vikas10. Also, if you have any problem regarding the course purchase, any problem regarding to our application, you can contact us on the mobile number, that is 9677333862. And if you want to mail us, you can also mail us on support@affairscloud.com, and I assure you that our representative from us will be contacting you soon and resolving your issue.